Live. Okay. Hello and welcome to the Blue Tweezer channel with Alan from the channel and my regular Sunday evening guest, Rough Swordsman Wargamer.
Hello.
And we have a bit of royalty. We have a bit of YouTube royalty here as a guest star this evening. Let me introduce to you to the wonderful, the great, the baseball mad, it seems, ID Jester. Good evening, or good afternoon for you.
How you doing? Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to this.
No problem. Yes, I think we kind of partially set this up on your War Room thing last night when I did have Hethwil was going to join us, but he had to cry off, and ID has and Jester has manfully stepped in to the breach as we're playing a kind of multiplayer. You can play a two-player, but it's much better multiplayer. So I was trying to get a third player in, and Jester has kindly joined. Thank you very much for doing that. Just the usual kind of things at the start. If somebody in the chat could actually say that they can hear me, hear us, and see the board. We're on TTS today. It's a new thing on me as well, so there might be a lot of fiddling around as well, because I know TTS, but I haven't actually done a live stream on TTS before. But if you can let us know. Mike's in. Great. Oh, wow, we've got loads of people in. Brilliant. Yeah, just let us know you can hear us and see us. We should be in the top corner, all three of us in a row. I don't know if that kind of works, but yeah, that should be where we're at. And let's just checking that everything seem to be working. You should be able to hear us and you should be able to see us, which is all very.
Yeah. Evil Dr. Ganymede, hi, and he can hear and see us all right. And Brilliant. Big Cafe as well, so hi.
Yes, and he's my my corrective person on Wing Leader. He gave me a couple of essays on everything we got wrong last week. Rough. So yeah.
What you got wrong?
What I got wrong. I didn't say the royal we. You were just following orders. Absolutely. I got wrong. So thanks for that, Dr. Ganymede. Thank you for that. It was very, very good in the chat. And yeah, if you watch that, do look at the comments on that live stream, because there's a lot of few bits and pieces I got wrong there.
Right. Well, I think he's just done a series himself. So
that would be it. Yeah. Ours was a bit impromptu. And hadn't played it for a little while. I'm just going to get a couple of tweets off, if I may. Talk amongst yourselves.
Thanks, Mike.
Let's see if we can bash off a tweet, letting them know everybody's here. A second. Let me know, anybody in the chat, if they've got any experience on SpaceCorp, how much they've done and stuff. I quite like the game. It's quite light, but there's enough stuff in it to interest most of the sort of heavy war gamers, I think. Well, certainly me anyway. If not you, then well, tough.
No, it's a helpful chat.
What's that, sorry?
No, I was just being silly.
Okay. That's very unlike you.
I think no. I'm just saying. I think Evil Dr. Ganymede has just done he's done a playthrough of this as well.
Maybe I'm a stalker here or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there we go. He's just confirmed that. So watch yourself.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh God. Here we go. Whoa. I'm in trouble then.
I've never played it. So.
Yeah. And these these sort of Sunday night things we do tend to be a little bit light height, so it can very well get off the rails. And to grease the rocket engines, I've got a bit of a GMT here. It's been very nice weather here today on the Sunday, so been indulging with gin and tonic. So toodle pip, everybody. Chin chin.
Old Elvis, cheers.
Right, sorry, I'm just not organised here. Let's get that tweet going.
So it's all set up, ready to go, yeah?
Yeah, it's just about. Just going to do the initial deck, but so it's just getting rid of just doing these tweets first. So do bear with me.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows.
A nice group of people watching us already, which is great. Thank you.
Yeah. No, thanks for popping in, everybody. It's really great. And yeah, one more to do. Here we go. Paste and paste. Great. Okay. Where were we? Where were we indeed? Okay. So SpaceCorp. Right. So SpaceCorp. It's a card-driven game, but not a CDG. If you see what I mean. You do things using cards. And you're effectively a corporation which is going to firstly explore the inner planets, or between the Earth and the asteroid belt.
Sorry, I just asked a question, please.
Oh, sure.
Important question.
Yeah, go for it.
Why is ID Jester's letters much bigger than ours on the table?
Because he's far more important.
Sorry. Carry on, please.
Yeah. Okay. You see the numbers next to him. He's got 174, 192. He's much bigger numbers. He's got much bigger letters. He's just a bigger guy. We'll just have to get used to it. I'm afraid. It's just a
wow.
That's just
You're killing me, man. You're killing me.
Well, I say absolutely stoked that you were able to come along this evening. Where was I? Right. So you're a corporation. You're exploring the inner solar system up to the asteroid belt. Then you're going to the outer solar system, and then you're going to the near star systems. And it's in 3 phases, known as Mariners, Planeteers, and Starfarers. So this is the Mariner setup. So this is the start of the game, and we all start on Earth. And we have our little bases there, which are color-coded, which Rough can't see.
No, I'm all right.
You're all right. You're
Actually,
right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Why is there 4? There's only 3
There's 4 of
of
them.
us.
Well, because there's 4 players in the game, and that's what the board looks like. You don't have to have 4 players, but there are 4 bases in case you have a 4th player. So we just ignore that other base, the purple base.
Right. Is it? Okay.
Which is the sort of top base as you're looking at it. Hopefully you're looking at it the same way as I am.
Yeah,
Good.
Still on the left.
Yeah.
On the right.
So we have a few pieces in the game, and those are in front of our tableaus. So if you look at the nearest part of the table, you have a tableau, and then you have 4 blocks above, and those are our teams. And we start with 2 of them. And what we do with those is we pick them up and we put them on our base on the Earth. You can stack them up, or if you're minded to. I can't do that kind of thing because I'm a bit rubbish with TTS yet.
You put 2 of them there?
Yeah, you start off with 2. Okay. And in the Mariners, that's all you'll ever have. So don't worry about the other 2 for the moment at all.
Right.
Okay. And then just looking at the board here, we've got, you can see Earth, and we've got Luna, which is the moon, and then we've got Lagrange points. Lagrange points are bits in space where the gravity is nullified, is equal between everything around you, so that it's you're not being pulled in any particular direction. So there's there's 0.4 and 0.5, which is within the area of Earth and Lunar. Then you've got other spaces around, and you've got little diamonds with a number in. Mostly they're 1, but as you get further away from Earth, they increase in size, and that's actually the movement you need to have to move from one of those spaces to the other. And as you can see, all the ones around us are all Lagrange points as well. Solar Lagrange points, so it's between the Earth and the Sun. The gravity is equal, so you're able to stick things there. And then beyond, we've got another band which contains Mars and its two satellites, its 2 moons, Deimos and Phobos. And then we have Sisyphus, which is a big asteroid floating around, and then we also have Halley's Comet as well. Now you'll notice that Luna and these other places, but not the Lagrange points, has a big square stuck next to them with an E number. Now that's not that's not a food additive. That's an exploration number. And so what you're looking to do is you're looking to move to some of these places to explore them. And you do that by exploring, and you need to explore to the number that it says on the square. So Sisyphus is a 1, North Mars is a 2, etc. Luna is a 1. And then once you've explored there, what you're looking to do is put a base there. And depending on what base you do, it is really dependent on what you found there, what's going to be useful for you. The bases are on your tableau. If we look at your tableau there's a little stack of bases and teams. Well, don't worry about the teams, but certainly all the bases. The stacks are restrictive, so you just don't make as many of them as you like. You can only get as many as are on the stacks on your tableau. And they all do different things. Most of the economic ones improve the economic performance, etc. Okay, well, that's all well and good. How do you win, though? So you win by, if you go across to the business display, which is in the top right-hand side of the business display. It's got a little track around it, and then there's 3 kind of columns in the middle there with some orange markers next to them, as long as Rough can see them. Okay. You got them? Okay. And you have a marker in the top left-hand corner of that track that goes all the way around the display, which is your profit marker. And that's your victory points. So profit isn't actually money in the game. Profit is a victory point marker. So the idea is you're trying to make as much profit as possible. And you can, when you get profit, you add that marker, and it never goes backwards. It always goes forwards and forwards and forwards. And by the end of the game, whoever's got the highest profit, pretty much the highest profit. If you go into Starfarers, there's a few other bits and pieces that start to add in. But generally, your profit marker is who's the winner of the game. Okay. The rest of the business display, the stuff in the middle, is all about what's known as contracts. So there's 3 columns there. We can ignore the second and third column, so the middle and the right. They're not in the Mariners section. It's only the Mariners contracts, which is the column on the left, which are important. And these contracts, they're kind of like a first, it's like a victory condition to get you extra profit. So if you qualify for one of these before everybody else, you can plonk the marker on, and you can gain the number of T. The T is the profit. I think it's meant to be trillions. Onto your profit, and then you own that space, and then nobody else gets anything. Okay, so they're kind of little goals, mini goals that you get. You get some decent amount of money out of them, so not too bad. I just thought that the business display says 1 to 2 players.
I noticed. Yes.
Yeah,
Is there a different one?
I think it might. Can I flip it? Interesting. I think it might be, some of the goals might be slightly different. I'm just having a look at my copy.
Okay.
just to make sure on that.
Or if you right
I
click
would
flip,
Yeah, I tried to flip it, but it didn't really work.
no,
You can play this solo.
You can.
yeah,
You're
It's
just doing a certain amount of turns and trying to score as many victory points as you can. And then you're just
Hold
going
on.
to.
yeah. No, there is another side indeed. So how the hell did we
you change. Dr. G says change the state.
change the state? Oh yes.
I don't know what that
Hurrah!
means.
There we go. Yes, it was on the menu. Well done.
There. See,
Yeah. Dr. Ganymede is there to the rescue again.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
you are.
So these numbers might, the actual details might have changed, the rewards and what exactly. So if you look at the first produce action, so actions are what you do in a turn, 3 Lagrange bases. So if you have a base at a Lagrange point, if you have 3 of them, then you get that award. 3 non-Lagrange bases, where they're not, first base on Mars. Your genetics cube advanced 2 spaces. I'll come on to that. 3 cards in for slots. I'll come to that. And bases in 4 regions. A region is one of these big spaces. Okay. So you can aim for these things and oops. Right. So how does it work? So you have a hand of cards. We have 3 decks at the top. They're for the 3 different periods. So we're only concerned with the ones in the top left, which is the Mariner's deck. You have a number of cards in your hand, and you can do one action in your turn, and the action is determined by the cards you have or the infra cards you have on your tableau. So if we actually look at a card here, we've got a move 1 card, the chemical drive. So the picture in the chemical drive, that's not related, it's just interesting stuff. The move 1 is very useful, so it allows you to move 1 space or 1 move. Sometimes you need move to just get off Earth and things like that as well. You also have a little bit underneath that says may upgrade as infra. All right. The other bits, the sort of moon, slightly, sort of the crescent moon, in just denotes what deck it's in. The other stuff you don't really need. The crescent moon has this sort of shading behind it, and it shows what's known as a starting card. So the first 12 cards in the game are set. They're not set 1 to 12 because you shuffle them, but effectively the first 12 cards out of the deck will be these grey ones. They're the worst ones. And they can be a bit annoying, but they're still useful, but they're not as good as once you get beyond that. The numbers on these cards start to go up, as you can see if you look at the Planeteers deck, the second deck, you can see one. It says Explore 2 or Build 3, so that's much more useful than just the move 1. When it's talking about infra, so instead of playing a card to actually do something. Instead, in your turn, you can do an infrastructure action, which means that you can place the card on one of the slots on your tableau, and you have 4 of them. You have a research 1, a research 2, and you have a second one which has a move 1 inherently on it, but then you have 2 blanks. And you can put the card down there, and when you've got your infra, you can use that on your turn in addition to what cards you play. So they're always available to you. Not only that, but if you are being generous, you can actually reward other players by using their tableau instead of yours. So you can nick their research effectively for the turn, but you have to give them a profit to do that. Not a profit, yeah, you give them cards. I think it is. Yes, you give them cards. So we need to sort out this deck. There is one more card I want to talk to you about, and it's on a little stack on its own to the right of the other 3 decks, and that's the time cards. Okay, now time cards are a little kind of, I suppose, a kind of Joker kind of thing. What it allows you to do is you can play a time card from your hand, and you can either double the the total value of your action, or the cards you played, or you can have effectively use your total twice for your 2 teams. So remember, you've got the 2 blocks in the middle. Yeah, so those are individual teams. Whoops, I'm wandering off into space here. Let me zoom back in. Yeah, so on your turn, you actually only move one of your teams normally. You could move the second, but only in a special way. Right, so on the turn sequences, you conduct your action, just one thing. You could move, or you could research, or you could explore, or you could build, or you could produce. There's a couple of others. You can do genetics, revelation, and upgrade, which is your infrastructure. There are special cards, and well, that's about it for the moment. So moving gets you moving around the board with one of your teams. Research allows you to pick cards up. All right. So you have a research value. Now your research value always starts at 2 because it's part of your infra already on your tableau. So you can pick up a card either from the top of the deck or from these office spaces which are down the left-hand side of the solar system, the board. You see what I mean? So those are constantly being filled with the next cards as you pick them up. And so you pick up equal to your research value, 1 card at a time. So you can change where you're picking them up from, up to your research value. Okay. When you move, you can move one of your teams from a base to a site. Now, a site is these Lagranges, or the planets, or the comet, or lunar, etc. Anything that's interesting. So you can't go and float somewhere. You have to be going somewhere. You can't just float in space. All right. And you can also go from one of these places to a base. Okay, so there needs to be a base where you started to move somewhere. Okay, or where you end up. All right. When you move, so for example, Earth. If you look at Earth itself, it's got a little text next to where it says Earth. It says gravity +2, which means you need to do 2 move just to get off the planet. Earth's actually a pain in the arse in this game. To get off that planet, you're then in the general area, that region. Okay, you're not in any of the sites. You can then move to one of those sites, or you can move to another region by paying the diamond cost between the region you're in and the region you get to. So, for example, I'm on Earth and I want to get to Solar Lagrange point 5, which is kind of towards the bottom right from Earth. Okay, so I lift off for 2. I then move to the Lagrange point region for 3, and then I believe I'm there because it's a Lagrange point. It's actually just a point in space, so you get there. With lunar, for example, we'd have to go 2 to lift off, and then we'd have to land on lunar for 1 as well. Okay, so that's how movement goes. When you play move cards, they stack, so you play more than 1 card, or they have more than 1 value, then you use that, and you can add your infra or somebody else's infra if you want to. Okay, explore is you play explore cards, and you need to match the E number of the site you are at. So E1 for Sisyphus, E2 for North Mars and South Mars, E1 for lunar. So you'll need that number at explore. Again, you can get it from infra. And then there's build. Build is if you're at a site which is buildable. So that would be Lagrange point or one of these sites that you've explored successfully. You can place a base on there, and you need build points to do it, and it's equal to the build number, and the build number is actually on the planets themselves or the rocks, or so the Lagrange points, you've got a B2, so it takes 2 build points. For example, Sisyphus is a B4, the inner Lagrange points are B1s. So you have a team there, you can explore, and you have a team there you can build once you've explored. So the general gist of it is that you move, then you explore, and then you have to you then build. Okay, and the action of that, it'll give you in the actual explore tiles and what the actual bases do. They'll give you an advantage. Okay, so that's build. Produce is if you have a site which produces has a P number, then you can just say I produce, but you'll need to have a card with a produce value on, and you will get profit straight out of it. So it's just pure victory points is a produce. Genetics and revelation. So if you look on your tableau, you have what's known as a progress wheel. It's just to the right of your stack of bases. Okay, and that's that progress wheel has two markers on it. There's a black one and there's a tan one. The tan one is genetics. The black one is revelation. Now, to be honest, they're not that useful at the start of the game because the idea is when you get round to the start, going around this progress wheel, you will get a genetic advancement or a revelation advancement. But they don't really exist in Mariners. You have to go into the other games. They're actually just below the business display there. The tan cards are the genetic ones, and the revelation ones are the sort of dark blue ones. Okay, and you can grab those. There's a limit on the number of cards, so you can miss out. And there are some prerequisites and things like that. But that's genetics and revelation. So what's really important about genetics is that there's a contract, I think it's the 5th one down, which says your genetics cube has advanced 2 spaces. So that's pretty much what you're aiming for. I'm not sure there actually is any revelation cards in Mariners at all. But anyway, that's what those are. The thing next to it called legacy production, that's only useful if you're going from one era to the next era. You can effectively keep some of the stuff that you built in the era. Generally, you almost start from scratch again every single time. Not from the profits kept, but pretty much everything you did in the previous is on the board is wiped out, with the exception of what's known as legacy production. Anyway, and we carry on doing a turn. Sorry, the other thing we can do is an upgrade. Which is placing a card on your infra. If you place a card over another card, that card goes back into your hand. And then there's the special. So some of the cards have a little world symbol, look like a Pan Am symbol, which is kind of a special action. It tells you what you can do. Okay. Right. I think that's all the actions. Once you've done an action in a turn, you could fulfill any contract. You can claim a contract. You can give a reward if you used somebody else's infra this turn. They get the top card off the deck into their hand. You can then transport a team. So your second team, if you want to move it, you can move it between from a base to another base, as long as one of them is a spaceport. Okay, one of them has to be a spaceport. And then you can you discard all the cards you played, and then you also put in the new offers if you picked up any of the offers. If you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand, you get a card at the end of your turn. Okay, so it's automatic little mini research. Okay, that's I think about it.
You've got some comments in the chat to read the time
right.
card.
Oh, right. The time card setup we have to do, which is it's slightly convoluted that we have to do. So we can set up the deck now. That's the thing we'll do now. So if we look at the deck as is. So we have the starting cards to one side, and then we have the rest of the deck. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first thing we do, and I'm just going to make sure I don't get this wrong. by just referring to the rulebook, is right. So set up. Right. So we put the number of time cards in the deck depending on the number of players. We have 3 players, so we take 2 time cards, which are on the end here, and we put them into the deck. Okay.
What I want to know is when do the battleships turn up and we blow up planets and things like that?
You can't blow up planets. In the Starfarer, some aliens can turn up and make your life very difficult, but it's in the Starfarers. Okay, so let's just shuffle that for the moment. Okay, so we've done that. Right. Okay, now from the starting deck, which are all these ones here, this starting deck here, we take a chemical drive each. So, oops. Draw. Yeah, you need to draw. So,
Where does that go?
that goes into your hand, so it should be dealt with you. Effectively, it should appear where your name is. Yeah, so you can see mine's gone on top of my.
So, right. I see.
So you need to do a draw. So there's. I need to put one back there. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Let me draw mine. So everybody got one. Just the one.
Why have I got? Why have I got one? Oh, because I pushed draw, didn't I? So
yeah. Jesse, have you got one? You've got one. Okay, so I need to turn mine over.
Yep, I got one. It should just say chemical drive.
We've got a chemical drive each. Okay. Then we get the rest of the cards. Let's flip them over. And then we shuffle them.
Right.
Okay. And then we place them on top of the other deck. So.
Got to grab them all.
There we go. Right. There we go. Okay, and then each player takes a time card, and the rest are out of the game. So we just do a draw and flip over.
Draw.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, and pile, and
Oh, they're actually down the bottom of my display.
So
yeah, as well.
The person who goes first is the person who gazed at the night sky, the most recent. I must admit, I haven't done it for a long time. But if you like, I can make me being the first player just because it'll be illustrated for you. How about that?
I think that's a good idea, Mr. Stargazer. Yes.
Yeah? Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah. Right, the profits marker is on 0. That's great. Then we do the card offers. So the top 4 cards go to the offer. I'm going to pick up this deck and sort of move it closer, so it's away from the other, so we don't make it by mistake. So we need to put an offer out each. I'm very bad at putting. Right.
We notice.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And then we flip them over. Okay. So if we look at these cards there, you can see there's 3 move and explore ones, and then a move or build one. They're alls, not ands. Okay.
Okay.
So they're available to be picked up in a research, or at the end of your turn if you have 4 or fewer cards. Or you can pick off the top of the deck and you don't know what's there. It's entirely up to you. Okay.
Right.
Cool. And I think that's about it. So let me have a look at the chat if Evil Dr. Ganymede has corrected me as much. Oh yes, you do spend a point to land on the Lagrange point as well. Okay, thank you.
It's a good job people like that are here, aren't there?
Absolutely. Otherwise we'd all be playing it wrong every time. Yeah.
I'm going to grab a quick drink, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. I think I'll just reach over and indulge myself. So.
I do love gin.
Happy lift off.
I might go get a glass of wine. And
so when do we finish the game? So we finish this phase. Essentially, the main thing is when we run out of cards. So it's a little bit the end of an era. So when the draw pile has been emptied, so that deck is empty.
It's got,
okay.
Yeah.
So if this occurs, then the active player can either pass and skip their turn. A player who doesn't have the ability to perform an action must pass. In a 3-4 player, once 2 players have passed, the remaining player takes one last turn. So if you can't play a card, you won't be picking any more cards up because you've run out on the deck. There might be some still in the offers. But as soon as 2 out of the 3 of us have said, I can't play anything anymore, I don't want to play anything anymore, then the third player then says, okay, I've got one more turn. And then that's it. Okay. The other way is if 6 out of the 7 contracts have been claimed. So all but one of those contracts have been claimed. That triggers the end of the game as well. But that's a little way off, I think. Great. I think.
Let's get going.
Yeah. Well, we're waiting for Jester. We'll wait for Jester.
I'm back.
Hey,
he's there. He's...
Wonderful. Okay, so let's crack on. This has been 40 minutes so far, so let's do some gaming, shall we? First turn, I am going to do a research. Okay, so my research is 2. So I can get 2 cards. So I can either get them from the offer or from the deck. I think I'm going to get... I'll get one of the Move 1 Explore ones. I will draw that. And I'll get one off the top of the deck. Draw.
And that, sorry for me being a bit dense, but research 2 come from cards there, yeah?
The what? Sorry, the research is from my infra. I have an automatic research of 2, just like everybody else.
Yeah, you play a mat thing. Yeah. Right.
So with my draw, they're flipping face up. Can you guys see them?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Sure. Okay. Right. Just.
I think they flip face up for you, but then I don't know. Don't ask me.
You can't see any of my 4 cards, then, yeah.
No.
Okay.
You see the back.
Okay. Yeah. Brilliant. Wonderful.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm just. Yeah. I can see them and go, oh wow. Okay. Right. They're meant to be in my hand here, so I suppose it wouldn't show you. Okay. So that's my action. Can't fulfill a contract. No rewards. I can't transport a team. So I discard and replenish offers. So I haven't played any cards, so I don't discard any. And then I replenish the offer space. So we put a card here. Flip up. And then we draw. So if I have 4 or fewer cards, I can draw the top card off the deck, which I can. So I will pull another card here. I have 5 cards. And that's my turn. So over to who's next. I don't know who is next. If we're going in order that we're up at the top here, then Jester's next, I think. Because I'm in the middle. Unless people can see it differently from me.
Okay. Yeah, good enough to me.
Yeah.
Can I just ask? I just ask a question? You've got your cards face down, as far as I can see, but you're seeing them face up.
I've turned them face down. I'll turn them face up for me, and see if
How do you do
it's a flip. You just do the flip.
No, it's still face down.
Still face down, yes. So they're face up to me, but face down for you. Yes.
I need to flip mine because mine are actually face down. So
to you, okay, yeah. So just highlight them and just
You flip them.
flip
all
off.
we see is the back. Yeah.
Yeah, if you flip them from the menu off the card.
yeah, mine are flipped. So
Yeah,
that's
you're right. Good. Okay. So Jester, your turn.
Right, I'm going to research as well.
Yeah, it's usually a good move at the start. Right, so you have a research of 2, so you can get 2 cards, one at a time, either from the offer or from the top of the deck.
So you're researching just to build your hand up, really.
And this one there. And that's all I can do, but because I have 4 or less cards, I can draw a card from the top of the deck, right?
Sorry, say that again. I was just
because I have 4 or fewer cards,
you can draw off the top of the deck, not from the office, just from the deck.
One off the top of the deck, right?
Yes.
Right, then I am done with my turn. Basically, just
okay.
copy and nail.
I have made a mistake. Both you and both Jester and Rough, you actually start with an extra card because I'm first. So you should both have an extra card anyway, which doesn't really matter for you, Jester, because you just picked one up anyway. Rough, you should have an extra card anyway because you were third player. So, right. So now you have.
So I guess
turn.
that means you might not research if you're. Yeah, I get it.
You needed to have put cards back in the offer as well, Jester, on the end of your turn. So if you took 2, let's say 2 should go there. We've probably done this a little bit out of order, but I think we'll live with it.
Well, it is a learning how to play, teaching to.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to keep everything within view of what we're doing. Good. Okay, Rough, your turn. And then it goes round and round. It'll be my turn, then back to Jester, then back to Rough. It just goes round and round and round.
So the time cards are.
So time cards either gives you the move that you play, and you can do it again with your second team, or you can double the value of what you played. So if you did a move 2 with a time card, it will be a move 4, or it could be 2 move 2s, one for each of your teams.
And there's no point really in moving, or are we just building our hands up?
Well, you'll want to move it somewhere, but you'll need to have enough move to go somewhere. So it takes you 2 move just to get off Earth.
Right, so I will.
So you need more move.
So research 2, I can either take one from the pile.
You do have an automatic move 1 in your tableau. That's one of your infras, your inbuilt infras as well. So you do naturally have 1 move available each turn.
Well, I'll have that one. Can you see that?
No.
Yeah. Right. And I'll draw on one. Is that right?
Yep. Great. Yeah, we can't see that. That's fine. Okay, good. No contracts, no rewards, no transport team. So you replenish the offer. And then you draw if you count 4 or fewer cards. You don't, so. Right.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I've got 5, so I can't do anything. Right, okay.
No, okay, so back round to me. So, shall we do some moving? Let's have a look at my hand. So,
So if you had, for example, say 5 move 1 cards in your hand, you could play all those.
Yeah.
Move 5. Right?
So I'm going to play an upgrade. So I am going to place a card on my infra. Can you see that now?
Yep, that's from your hand. Yeah?
Yes, from my hand. So it says may upgrade as infra. So you must have that message on the card. Other cards that don't have that message, you can't do this with. All right. And that's that's effectively my action is the upgrade. So I can draw another card from the top of the deck because I've only got 4 cards. So I will draw.
So that means you've got a base move of 2 now.
Yeah, so I've got inherent move of 2 plus any cards I happen to play.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
And it's round to you, Jester. Yes.
All right. I'm going to research again.
Yeah, Mike, that's correct.
Is there a
yeah.
limit to how many cards you can have in your hand?
It's a good question. Trying to remember now. Hand. Can't see that there is.
All right, then I'm going to get this card here.
Yeah, you can have as many as you like, but if you have 7 or more, you can't. If you have more than 7, you can't do a research action. So
I'm going to draw this one there. I will replace cards. And I will be done.
okay.
Oh, look at that one.
Yeah, so we've got a research 2 or a genetics 1 there. So that's quite a card. That's quite a card. Interesting. Maybe you only need 2 genetics for to get that contract. Remember, only need 2 genetic moves.
Well, I'm going to research then, so I'm going to have that.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Canary. Yes, that's right about the cards.
And what else we got up there? Because I was going to do what you did, place it on the infrastructure thing, but now that card is pretty.
Yeah, but that's your move. So if you do a research, then you can't do an upgrade. You can only do one thing as an action. So if you're picking cards up, you're picking cards up, and that's all you're doing.
Yeah, but that card looked like too good to miss once.
Yeah.
In my humble beginner's appearance.
So you can pick up a second card now.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether or not to pick up this move 2.
It's an infra, so that's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll have that one then. And we'll pop that there, and then we'll replace the cards.
So at the moment, it's been a very, very useful card drawing game.
Yeah.
Dennis, hi. Glad to see you. Nice to see you. We've only just started here, really. All we've been doing is collecting a hand of cards each. Good. All right. So it's back to me, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
All right. I think we'd better do some moving then. So I am going to do a move. I've got 2 move from my infrastructure, and then I'm going to play 3 more moves. It gives me 5 move. Okay. So 5 move, I can take... what colour am I? I'm green. I'm going to remember what colour was I was on that. So I can take one of my teams. It takes me 2 move just to get off Earth, and then 3 for the move into the middle there. So I'm hanging around in space for 3. And then I've got a... I only need 1 more to get to wherever I want to get to. I think I will go to Loon. If I've got 5, 1, 2, 3. I'm going a bit adventurous. I'm going to move out of that region for 4, and then I'm going to, well, preferably land at Solar Lagrange point 2. That's 5 move. Okay, and that's my action. So I throw away these cards. These are all discarded. What do we do to discard them? Let's put them up there as a pile. Oops. I'm really bad at putting these things. There's our discard pile.
Right.
Ta-da. Okay, so I've done my... and then I can draw, because I've only got 2 cards. I can draw the top card again from the deck.
Only from the deck. You can't take it from
Not
the
from the
office.
office, no.
Right.
Over to you, Jester.
All right. Let's see what I got here. Oh, stop. All right. Yeah, that's pretty. I am going to. I'm going to go ahead and just
Upgrade.
get
Okay.
my card down in front. What is that called?
That's called upgrade. So upgrade
I
action.
think I'm going to upgrade again. Or upgrade for the first time.
Yeah. You can only do one upgrade as an action. You can't, even if you've got more
Yeah.
than one in for a card, you can only do one at a time.
So, yep, that'll be it, I guess.
Yes. Mike, yeah, well reminded. Remember, you don't have to use your own tableau. You could use somebody else's. All it happens is that they get a reward of a card from the top of the deck.
What do you mean? You can pinch their card?
Dr. Ganymede, yes, we do. So I've just emailed them copies of them. Of course, I have the game in front of me. So I have the cards. There you go. So yeah, they do have that. So turn sequence and actions are on one of the aids, or one side of the aids, and then the other side has information about bases. It pretty much gives you all the rules you need, actually. Those two.
So it's up to you, Ruff.
Oh, sorry, I'll just get my player aids up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, that's not the one I wanted. No, there it is. Turn sequence. I'll keep that one there. Sorry, chaps. Right. I think I'll do. An upgrade as well. These are move or something else, so you have to choose which one, I assume.
Nope. Once they're in your info, you can choose every time you use it which one you use. Yeah.
So in that,
they're very good.
Yeah, I'm going to pop that there.
Yeah, it's a good card. So they're playing.
Oh.
Get in there, right?
Yeah, so you effectively have a move 3 and an explore 1 available to you. Yes, very good, very good. Okay, and you haven't got 4 or less cards, so yeah, 6 cards it looks like. So you don't pick up another card. Okay. Right, back to me. So I think I'm going to do a build action. So if we look at where I am, the solar Lagrange point 2, if I just move my team across, it's got a B2. So I need to do a build 2 action, so a value 2. And as luck would have it, I do actually have a build 2 card. So this allows me to build a base on there. So you don't need to do an explore in Lagrange points because it's just empty space. There's nothing to, it's just not interesting from a physical point of view. But I'm kind of restricted on what I can put there. And the main thing that you put at a ground point, pretty much all you do, is put in a spaceport. So I'm going to grab a spaceport base. If I can find it, where is a spaceport here, and I just place it on Solar Lagrange point 2 and put my team back on top. So the team did the work to put that there. Okay, so that's my action over. I haven't filled the contract, didn't use somebody else's tableau, but now I can transport a team. So because I've a spaceport here, I can take this guy who's still on Earth and stick him up here as well, and that gets you past the gravity thing. Yeah. You've got
Yeah.
that free move for your second team as long as a spaceport is where you're going from or going to. And that will be my turn, except do I draw a card? I think I do. Yes, I only have 2 cards, so I'll...
These
whoops.
spaces with the explore on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to explore then build. Get that?
Yes. Yeah.
What's the point of exploring? Why not just go to these Lagrange points every time and just build?
Because pretty much that's all you can do is put a spaceport there. I don't think you can do anything else at Lagrange point because you're just hanging around. I think build requirement.
Yeah,
you
no,
can
no,
build. You can build a research station.
Yeah, it depends what you're going to find in your
Yeah.
location. You might find something good there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
build-
you could
build
you
like a
could
mine
build a
base or
research
something.
station. That's the only other thing you can do. A spaceport or a research station. Everything else requires you to have something there interesting that you would have got off an exploration.
Gotcha.
So a research, you take a card from the offers. That's all a research station does for you. So
One
in
card
very
from the
particular circumstances, it can be useful. If you see one that you could grab when you're doing a build, that would be very nice. But sorry, anyway, Jester, I'm talking over you.
I'm going to move.
That was my question. Sorry.
I'm going to play this move 1 card.
Okay, so that's move
I have
3.
an inherent built-in of 2, so I can move 3.
Yeah.
So 2 to get off the gravity.
And then, no, it's 1 to move,
And
plus 2
1
for the
to go
gravity.
there.
No, you'll need 4. So it's
Need 4?
the
Okay,
gravity
that's
is
fine.
plus 2. So to get there is 1, plus 2 because of the gravity. It's actually 3 to
Gotcha.
get off Earth.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then 1 to land
Let's-
somewhere.
It's
The moon,
so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 then,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, so you could get to Luna
And I
or the
can
other
move
2.
to here.
Go to Luna, absolutely. Okay.
once you
Usually,
You'll get discarded.
yep, they just discard pile, which is in the top left-hand corner. That's where I dumped my cards of the table. Yeah.
There.
Yep.
Right. I didn't grab both of them. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Good. Okay. So I don't believe you've done any contracts.
I
No
only have 4
reports.
cards, so I can draw one, right?
You can draw one. Yep, on the top of the deck.
Just 1 card, dummy. All right, and then I should be done.
Okay. Rough, over to you.
Oh, sorry, I'm calculating. Now, because he's landed on the moon,
Yes,
is that I can't land on the moon?
you could. However, it's probably not worth you doing it because he'll get the first drop on an exploration.
Right.
Okay. This is one of the ways you could stuff somebody up, I think.
Oh, tell me more.
Is that well, I don't think you can do it yet. This is it's certainly in the Starfarers area that it's relevant. But effectively, if you've explored, then you've got the option next turn. You've got first refusal to then build a base. If you don't build a base, if you move away, somebody else can come and build a base on top of there. So you could put somebody there and wait to see if Jester goes, actually, I don't want to build a base here, I'm going somewhere else, and then you could build a base, but it's probably a long shot.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'll move. And as Mike points out, there's a handy-dandy little
There is.
table here. So I want to go to Lagrange 5, like you did, because
Okay.
I can see what you're doing. You're off to Mars, aren't you?
Well, it just puts you in the centre of the board without gravity to stuff you up. That's,
Yeah, basically. And so I'll come out here to Lagrange point 5. So that will be 4 points, 2 to get off, plus 1 to move, 3, 4, and 1 to land, 5. Is that right?
That's correct.
Good grief. So I've got 3 already. That's a bottom. I'm going to have to use one of these. I'll use 2, 3, 4. That's right, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I move my little chap or the team there.
Okay.
That's all I can do now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you discard your cards and you pick
And-
up one from the top of the deck.
There. Come on, fiddly. Get on there. Right. Now pick one up. Draw. Draw. Okay.
Okay. So my turn. On my turn, I'm going to do a research. And I'm going to let's have a look at these offers, shall we?
How did you get that thing you've got on there?
What thing?
On the
On the Lagrange point, I
Lagrange.
did a build. I built a spaceport.
Right.
So you just need to match the B number, which is on the space. So the Lagrange point, they're all 2s, I think, except the outer ones are 2s, the inner ones are 1s. So you just have to do a build action and use cards that give you that
A build?
much. Actually, that's my old build card, which I should have stuck in the discard pile. It's just hanging around there. I'm going to certainly take that move 3. And how many? That would give me 4 cards, 5 cards. Okay. I think I'll take 1 from the deck. Okay, and I replenish.
Ooh.
And interesting. Let me have a look at my cards here. Interesting. Ah, yeah, okay. And that's my turn. I don't draw because I now have 5 cards. So over to you, Jester.
So sorry. Once
Yeah.
you've built on a space, that's yours,
Yeah, yeah.
and you can move off
Yep.
elsewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, there are no.
You can't go visit. They can't go visit you.
I think you can move
I
onto the
can't
space.
move on your space then.
I think you can. I'm not sure at this point there's any point in doing it.
When do I send in my nuclear sort of starships to blow that up? Is there a card for that?
No.
I'm going to go ahead and just play my.
You're only a
Explorer
corporation
1
here.
as a infrastructure. As an infra. Play my Explorer 1 as an infra.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I get to draw a card because I only have 4.
Indeed.
And I'm done.
Okay, over to you,
It's
Ruff.
your turn.
Okay. Now.
Do some
what do I
building,
do?
maybe.
That's what I was thinking. We'll build on that Michel Legrand base there.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, that's true. So if you move onto my spaceport and then you use it to move, because a spaceport gives you a bonus when you move. Spaceport gives you they effectively get a move 2 just for being at a spaceport. If you use my spaceport, then yeah, I get a free card. It's a reward. It's a bit like using somebody else's infra.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not
So,
infra,
build.
it's outfra. You're building. Build 2. You build.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So you got
What can I
a
build?
research station, which gives you a free card, or a spaceport, which gives you that move capability and the transport team capability.
Research. It says, yeah, when built, take 1 card from the offers or advance your Revelation marker, one space.
Yeah, but not on this. Not in this era. So it's got a
Oh,
star
no.
next to it, which means you only do that in your
Right.
Starfarers. Yeah.
So where's my little build token? They're down there, aren't they?
Yeah, on your tableau, you've got all your bases.
What is it? I'm building a...
Spaceport or Research Centre, up to you.
Let me look again, sorry, because I need to know what's what.
Yeah.
Uh,
Spaceport allows you to do the transport team ID. You can zip people straight off Earth. And also you get a move 2 if you move from it.
yeah, I'll do that one, SpaceCorp, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the kind of...
They get transported up there straight away, yeah. SpaceCorp, hold on.
Normally your first move at the Lagrange point would be a Spaceport.
Oh, not one more, hold on. Give me the game. Why am I picking up 3?
I think you're taking too long. So you don't hover, just go in and pick up, and it'll take one of them, I think. There we go.
Ah, right, thank you.
That's all right.
Right.
That's TTS.
So that's that. I then just get rid of the card. So the I'm all cap-handed with this.
Yeah.
It goes over there.
How not to play TTS.
Yeah.
Roll over
So
the place.
I've got 4 cards, so I can take one from the Dubry.
You can. That's the technical term for the top of the deck.
That's what I call it, the Dubry.
Yeah.
Well, it's the tab actually, but anyway. I believe it's called. The top of the deck is the Talon, or the deck.
Indeed. It's me, isn't it? Yes.
Mm.
Okay, what am I going to do? I am going to...
Now that free move I can't do now. I have to wait till next turn, obviously.
I am going to do an infra. Yeah, no, transport team you can do now. So that's another phase in your turn after your action. So yeah.
Bring that chap up there then.
Yep.
That's sorry, off you go.
Yeah. I'm going to do an infra. I'm going to put that guy down. So I now have move 5 built in. And that's my infra, and I have full cards, so I pick up a card. Chester, over to you.
All right. All right.
So you may have noticed on your cards that sometimes they have a little red bordered bit of text called an edge, which is effectively kind of like a forced random event. So it basically it tells you when you could play that edge and what effect it does have. Okay, you might have those. That's effectively normal. Could well be out of your turn.
So this time traveling machine thing card.
Oh yes.
Double the action's total value. Does that mean all your cards doubled then?
Yeah. So you do an action, you play your cards, and you add your info in, and say I don't know, say it's the move 6.
If I do say a move
if
of 4,
it'll be an 8.
Double that to 8.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you could have 2 4 moves of 4. You either double it or you serial or parallel. 2 moves of 4 or 1 move of 8. Just how you want to use the card. JBX, yeah, interesting. I would advise you do study the contracts because you may be getting close to one of them.
Oh, right.
Particularly the 3 cards in infra slots, which I think I have actually. No, I only have 2 cards. So if you get 3 cards, actual cards there, you can claim one of the contracts.
Cards. Oh, I see.
Just for interest sake, just say, you know, just pointing it out. Thanks for
Right.
thanks for the prompt, JBX.
Yeah. Yes, you've got to keep an eye
Probably
on it.
thinking I could probably do something smart instead of what I'm going to do.
I'm sure whatever you were going to do was very, very smart.
I
That would
doubt it. So I am going
astound everybody
to.
here.
I have no idea. So I'm going to do a move here.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Yes.
and I'm going to use my time travel so I can go 10.
You can do 10. Whoa, okay.
So,
And I'm going to fly all the way to Mars.
Okay. So, yeah, Mars is...
Can I do that?
Yeah, Mars is 9, actually, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you'll need the 10 to do it. So you decide whether you're on South or North Mars. So they're kind of two spaces on the same planet.
Well, since I live in the South, let's go south.
Okay.
And then I will draw a card, and then I will be done once I put my other cards in the trash.
Okay. And do you get another card? You do. You can pick another
I
card.
did. Yeah, I'm done. Yep.
You're done. Okay. So,
Yep.
Rough, over to you.
yeah. 2, 4.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, yeah, explained that all but one of the contracts ends the game, as well as running out the cards and people passing after the cards run out.
1, 2.
I'm not watching the chat, so they're all laughing at me. Just tell them.
No. So, if I want to go from Michel Lagrange 5 to Silly Putty here, that's 1, 2, and 1 to land 3.
That's Sisyphus. So 1 to move off Lagrange, I think. Then 1 to go to the region of Sisyphus, and then 1 to land. So 3.
Right. 1 to move, 1 to cross, 1. So I'll pop that there.
Mm.
And 3 is me move there. Look on my card. That's right, isn't it? I've got 3 moves.
Three move. Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I don't take any cards or anything because I've got 5.
That's correct.
That's it then.
Okay.
I can't do anything else this turn. Right.
Okay. So, another thing I'll just draw your attention to is in the top right corner of the board, there is the asteroid belt, and that has 2 counters on it. The first one is called First Beyond, and the second is called Second Beyond. So this is where you send a team out off the board, effectively. So the first team that goes there earns the First Beyond token, and that team is effectively out of the game for the moment. And the second person who puts a team up there gets the Second Beyond token. Now, in the full game, in the Planeteer section next, you get a head start, if you like, on the board for First and Second Beyond. So that's just interesting there. Now we're not hugely far away from that point. Anyway, my turn again. Yes. What am I going to do? I've got a lot of move.
Yes, you do.
And okay. Sorry, I haven't been really studying my position here. So to give.
Nobody is. We're all learning.
Yeah, but I just haven't been following what the hell I'm doing here, rather than explaining a load of things.
Mike says he hears the South Mars area is nice this time of year, Jefferson.
Here. That's why I chose the south part, yes. It's always hotter down in the south.
It's been hot over here, though, in the UK. It's been all about 23 degrees, baking.
It has. Hence why I have the GMT.
It's the yeah.
I think I'm going to do a move. I've got 6 move in my tableau. Sorry, 5 move in my tableau.
5. Yeah.
5. Get it right. 5.
Oh, no.
So, that's not quite enough to get up to the sort of Mars area. 1 to lift off, 3 to get to Mars. 4. Oh yes, I could land. Yeah. So I will move one of my teams 1, 4, and then I think. Let me check my hand. Okay. I'll land on Deimos. Okay. Oops. Sorry about my TTS, random TTS movement here. Keep getting the... I'm left-handed, so it's a little bit awkward.
Me too. Me too.
I'm left-handed.
It's slightly... I have changed it, but now I've got the computer because I've got the big screen and everything's around me. It's actually in an awkward position, so that's my excuse anyway. Right.
Actually, mouse right-handed, even though I'm left-handed.
Yeah, I've got 5 cards, so I don't pick up cards, so that's me. Over to you, Jester, again.
Okay. I am going to put this here.
Aha.
So I can claim one. So I can claim one of the victories.
You can claim a contract. Another
so I
technique.
get 3 cards in infrastructure slots.
Yeah, you get 2 T, so
I
you
get
move
to
your
go
marker up.
2 points.
Yes, you have 2 VPs. You're winning.
Hey,
He's winning.
I'm winning. All right.
He's winning, everybody.
So let's go ahead and turn the table over. I win.
Yeah, where's the table?
Put the table button.
Don't tempt me. So what do you get
Oh,
for
I
that?
get to draw a card because I have less than...
He gets 2 profit,
card.
2 T, which is effectively 2
Right,
victory
right.
points. So he's 2 points ahead of us.
Right, okay, right. Nothing else. It doesn't get any extras.
No, well, that's enough.
No, I suppose.
And you need to pick up a card, I think.
Yes, dude.
Just it?
I'm done.
Oh, you have. Okay.
You're done.
Right. Rough, over to you.
There's no point in upgrading. I'm going to explore. Is that right? In Sisyphus.
Yes. Which is an
And
E1.
There's my explore card in my infra
Yes. Yep.
there. So what happens now?
So you go to the pile at the bottom of the board called E1, and you draw one of those tiles. There's a stack. It's next to the distances. Between the distances and the big mariner's
where my
word.
yellow hand is. You see my yellow hand? It's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. So
An E1. Because there's an E1
so I
space.
just
Take the top one of that. Yep. That's it. I put it on the space and flip it over. And that's...
You don't. Right. How did I know it's mine?
What do you mean, how do you know it's yours? Because your team is there. You put your team on top of it. Flip it over. You've explored something. Everybody knows what it is. So, let's have a look. Let's zoom in and have a look.
What is it? Yeah.
So, abundant ores. Okay, so it's a P0. So it's a production 0 area. And it says base -2. So what that means is if you do a produce action here on this planet without a relevant base that may improve it, you would get no profit, which sounds really bloody useless. However, you can build bases to boost that. In addition, if you build a base here, it will cost you 2 less on the build. These ores seem to be dancing around a bit here.
There we go.
That's close enough. That's so close enough.
That's right.
We
So
don't need no
there's,
dancing ores.
There's an abundance of ores here,
Yes.
which is pleasantly surprising. So what do I do now? A production?
Well, okay. So if you have a base there which doesn't boost production, you would get no profit, as in it doesn't do anything for you. However, you could build a base, for example, a refinery, and that gives you a +1 to your P number.
Right.
Which means that space would then have a P1. If you did a produce action on that space, you would get 1 profit. That's 1 victory point.
Right.
It's not brilliant, but it's not bad. The base -2 is very useful as well, because normally you'd have to be B4. It would cost you 4 build to build something there. Actually, it's only going to cost you 2 because of the abundant ores.
Oh, right. Bless this.
So
right.
It's not a cracker. It's not a brilliant exploration find, but it's not bad. It's kind of
nothing.
Slightly below average, I'd say.
It's don't listen to him. It's crap.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh no, there's worse than that. Believe me, there are worse than that.
Really? Oh god.
Oh yeah. Especially in the later games where you get the aliens turn up and they kick your ass.
You got 5 cards, so you're done. Okay. What about?
Yeah, so it's me then. What am I going to do? Where did I go? I went to Demons. Okay, so I'm going to do an explore, and I'm going to really nasty rough and say I'm going to use your tableau to do an explore 1, which means you get, you will get a card. But anyway, I'm going to do an explore in Demos.
Explore, you know.
And I'm going to flip that over, and I get some water. Now that gives me 1 T, so that gives me 1 profit just for finding it. So I found water on Demos, and it gives me 1 VP. Yeah, how fickle is that? And it's a -1 on my base build, if I wanted to build a base, and it's got water. So that water symbol is significant because that does allow you to do certain things on the space as far as bases go.
All right, is it my turn then?
Hang on.
Get to draw a card? Nope, you don't get to draw a card either.
No, so over to you.
Yeah. All right, I am going to use my Explore. I will draw one of these. See what I get. I got water as well.
All right.
And
I get a victory point.
You do.
And can we produce water? We got to build a special base for that? Or?
Yeah, so if you have a water symbol, you can build an industrial, okay, which allows you to perform a build action with double your build value in the same region. Okay, that's what water allows you to do. It's more important later on in the game, but that's pretty much all it gives you this turn. But you don't have to build that. There is no P, so unfortunately you can't build a refinery. But yeah, and that's your lot. But industrial is probably the thing to do. Gives you a lot more build capability in the region. So my water is very useful here in Demos because if I built an industrial there, then I get double builds in the Mars region. Yours the same in Lunar, but unfortunately you're only one place to build. So not so useful. Card. Okay.
So I was to build, all right, so I'm just figuring this out. So I build an industrial piece there, and I can produce the water. I would earn what from the water?
You'll get nothing from the water. All the water does is give you the ability to build industrial. All industrial does is allow you to do double build value in that region. You would not do. You can't.
Value?
Your build value is whatever you do in your turn. So if you could build at the Lagrange points. That's true. So if you for the moment, say where I am with the water. Okay, if I built an industrial, then if I went to say North Mars, which has a B6, I could play a build 3, and because I've got an industrial in the same region, that gives me a B6, a build 6. So it doubles the value of whatever I play inside that region if I'm doing a build. As you can see in Luna, it's not that useful because you've only got the 2 Lagrange points to build on, and there's only 1 point to build on them anyway. So industrial doesn't really help in Luna, to be honest. So beyond that, you can build spaceport. You could build a research center. That's pretty much it. So it's a lot less interesting than my one, I'm afraid.
Sounds dodgy, Jester. As you've been fiddling with these chits.
Like I've got the TTS skill to do that. Place would
It's your turn, Russ. I'm done with my turn. I'm just trying to figure out how this all figures out. So
yeah, it's not amazing useful. It did get you a profit. It got you a victory point. Nothing to be sniffed at, and we're not going to get hundreds of victory points out of this particular part of the game.
So, my go.
It is your game.
Your go.
I'm going to research, I think, because I haven't got the cards I need. So I'm going to take this one. We'll take this one. We'll pop it in there. And take one from the deck. There we go. That's my go, isn't it?
Yeah, Dr. Ganymede might say you could build a refinery. I don't think you can, because the refinery, you need to have a P number there, and there's no P number there. Just
That's right. Now, P0 it isn't a number.
Yeah, a P0 is a P number, but a blank is not a P number.
Okay, what have we got?
Just like the abundant ores on Sisyphus. That's a P0 is a P number.
So I can build a refinery.
You can build a refinery there, and it'll only cost you 2 build because of the ores, the abundant ores.
Ores, yes. So that's my go. Yours. I did research to drew to. Oh,
okay. So you didn't actually do a build.
No, that's why I did research.
Okay. You can't build. You haven't got the stuff to build. Okay. Right. Where am I? Demos. Okay. So I'm going to. I think I might do a research myself. Yeah, so I'm going to do a research too. So I'll take that one. Oops, draw it. And I'm going to take one from the deck. Replenish. Oh, that's got a special on it. That one. Let's read that. So we can zoom in and have a look. Place a discovery tile on an empty site and you gain any immediate awards. Whoa. Okay, so it's like a free explore even if you're not there. Very nice. And I have too many cards, so I don't pick up a card. So over to you, Jester.
Okay. Well.
Sorry, Dr. Cowie. Yes, sorry. I thought you were talking about Luna, but actually you were talking about Sisyphus. So yes, you're correct. Just a question for the audience. Is anybody seasick from all my wangling around the table on TTS?
right.
If you are, cheers.
I am going to go ahead and do an explore action. I will need to use this card plus the card that's in my little deck thing.
Yep. That's an explore 2.
And
So you take it from the E2 deck of. That's it.
ooh, E2. That's going to be much better.
Well, yeah. Yes. They can be very good. I wouldn't say that that's always the case. And it is a kind of a luck of the draw. Oh, that's very nice. Exomicrobes. Whoa, that's a goodie. You got a goodie there. So that gives you 2 profit immediately. 2 VPs.
Ah, nice.
Lovely. It's a P1 site. And it's got a little microbe, little emblem on it. That allows you to build a biolab. When you build a biolab, you get a genetic advancement on your little dial. On your.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you build a biolab. But it's a P1, so if you put a refinery on that, it's a P2. So if you do a produce action on that space, that would give you 2 profit, 2 VPs. Nothing to be sniffed at there.
And then I will draw a card and I will be done, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Since they don't let me do anything else. All right, done. Oh, I'll turn this in, but Rough, it's your turn.
Okay, I think I'm going to build on City first. And we're going to build a refinery for the abundance of ores. Oh, where are we?
Build a refinery, yes, for 2.
Yeah.
Yep. Build 2. Excellent.
Refinery. Oh, yeah.
So at each one of these little spaces, can you only have one building, or you can have multiples?
1 base. Yep. Yeah, and
you can only have 1 base, but let's say I build a refinery.
Okay.
And then build a base there as well?
No. So that's it. There's the space taken up. So there are, later on in the game, there are sites that have more than 1 explore box. And you would have different bases in each of the explore boxes. But normally it'd be the same person's bases still. So.
Yeah, so the refinery is my base, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. The little round, whatever little round thing is a base. A spaceport's a base, a refinery's a base, industrial's a base, whatever.
So
the usual etiquette is to stick it on top of your explore counter, so it's just one big pile. You don't need to put the team on top, but certainly you put the base on top of the explore tile.
Like that, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm now P1.
It's now a P1 indeed. So you could do a produce action. You do a produce 1, and you could produce that site, and it'll get you a VP.
Oh God, no, I can't.
No.
I choose. I choose not to this time.
You choose not to at this time. Okay. Right. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to do a move.
He couldn't do that anyways, right? Because he just built.
That's correct. Yeah. All he could do is build this turn. Yes, but I think he
Next
can't.
Next turn he could produce. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he won't be able to do next turn. JBX. Yeah. Cheerio. Thanks for popping in and having a gas with the rest of us. What was that? I was doing a move, wasn't I? So I am going to move a 6 here. 5. Sorry, keep saying 6. It's 5. Move a 5. Think I will go to 1 to lift off, 1 Solar Lagrange, 1 to Halley's Comet region, and 1 to Halley's Comet. So I've gone there. That's my turn. Yeah. And that's the turn. Okay, so it's over to Jester.
All right.
And just before Jester goes, I'm playing an edge card, which allows me to grab a card from the offer at the start of somebody else's turn. So I'm nicking the build 2 card. Sorry, if you're interested in that one.
Never mind.
Not sorry.
Yeah, okay,
I'm not.
I'm not sorry, you're right.
It's all right.
Where's my card gone there?
Are you done?
I am. I have
screen?
done edging. Back to you.
Your card away. So that doesn't get refilled up, I take it, right?
Not for the moment, because we don't replenish until the end of your turn.
I'm still going to build. So what do I need to do to build a refinery? Or no, what do I want? I want a biolab, right? I want a biolab.
You want a biolab. So you need build 6.
6.
It's Mars.
Yeah, B6. What is a
toughest
discovery?
place? What did they what?
Right, we will build 3, 4, 5 plus the one I already have down. That's a build 6.
It is.
Yeah.
Wow, very good.
So then I just take my little biolab and move it up there?
Yes.
Just need one of them, please. Thank you.
So, sorry, what is a discovery tile?
A discovery tile is one of these explorers. So an E1 or an E2.
Now, is a biolab considered a base?
It certainly is.
So if
and I get 3 victory points for having the first base on Mars.
You do.
Oh, dear Lord.
And then this chip goes over.
Yep. And also you get a genetic advance. So you move your tan marker on your tableau round 1 clockwise, one way around.
Like
yeah.
This way? All right.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Well done.
So,
and,
oh wait, I got to draw a card, don't I? Yes, I do.
you discard your cards. Well, you should fill the offer first, but don't worry about it. Discard your cards and then fill the offer.
He was trying to block it so I couldn't build that. See what a nasty man you are?
Mm.
Oh.
I am absolutely
Did you see that, Ralph? He took that build thinking, no, there's no way he's going to have 6 to build.
Have a go. I know what you're thinking that build.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a sneaky bastard.
Now, if I had a card which said place a discovery tile on an empty site, does that mean I can place it on any site?
Yeah. That's not been discovered yet. Absolutely.
That I haven't landed on.
Yeah. If are you talking about the Move 2 card that's in the offer?
Yeah.
No,
yeah. I'm talking about my one.
Oh, you've got something similar. Yes. So yeah, it's effectively you discover it by, I don't know, telescope or something.
So, but then of course, if it's on an undiscovered place, the fact that I put it there means somebody could race towards it and nick it.
Absolutely, it's free for all. You're not there.
So, sorry, I put it in my. I've just wanted to show you that because I didn't know what it meant. So, my go. I know you now know I've got it, but hey ho, who cares?
It's not a lot we can do about it.
No. What should I do? So, I've done here on Sisyphus. I need a production, which I haven't got. I am just backing up cards. Let's want to move 4, 5, 5, 3. There, I'm going to play that one. I hope this is right.
Yeah, it's a good idea from Mike. It's maybe worth saving that for right towards the end of the game.
Right.
So, you know,
just
if
playing
nobody's
it.
near
Okay.
somewhere, you can nip in somewhere and go, oh, because you get the rewards from the actual tile.
Yeah.
That's quite a good move.
Uh,
Yeah, empty site means the team isn't there, so you couldn't actually do it for Helicomic because I'm actually there. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can't discover it from underneath somebody.
going to play that for 2.
Yeah.
I've got to move a 3. So that's 5. So that would be. Oh, come here. 1 to move, 3 to get there. That's 4. 1 to land, 5.
Yeah.
And I've still got too many cards. I could play that card now, couldn't I?
Oh, just move. Oh,
So playing a card, a special, not an edge, is actually an action. So instead of doing anything else, you play that card.
Right. Why did you play yours out of sequence then?
Mine was an edge card. It said play at the beginning of somebody else's turn, so it's an instruction on where. Whereas that's not an edge, that's a special.
Right. Okay. Rightio then. Sorry about that. Your go. Please.
My turn. Yes. Okay. What am I going to do? I am going to do a build, and I am going to borrow Jester's tableau, and you'll build one, so you get the top card of the deck for free as a reward. I am and I will play a build 2 and another build 2. So that's build 5. And what shall I build there? I could build an industrial. Is that going to be a lot of use? Well, it might be. It might be. It's not other than a spaceport. There's not a lot more that it would do for me.
You have to explore, don't you?
Sorry?
You have to explore, don't you?
I've already explored. I'm in Demos here. Yeah, no, it's not Halley's Comet. I'm in Demos. Yeah. Wrong bit of the solar system. Wrong bit of the solar system. Yeah, I'm building an industrial.
Right.
Because it might help me with the rest of Mars. So, industrial. It's just. Oops. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
There we go. Right.
Got it?
Yeah. There we go. It's very untidy, but there you go. Demos is untidy. It's an untidy place.
Yes.
And let me discard. Discard pile is an untidy place as well. And I have 5 cards, so I don't pick up cards, so back to Jester. Mr. Contract.
all right. How do I use that gene code again?
The what, sorry?
Can you use that bio lab again?
No, that's it. Your biolab's done. It gets you 1 mark.
Biolab is done.
Yeah. So
Can't do
if you get a genetics card, genetics 1 card, if you played that, then you get the contract.
I can't do anything else with this location.
No, but you got a lot out of it. You got 2 profit and a genetics marker, but that's your lot.
If he plays a produce 1, though, he'll get another 2 profit, won't he?
It's not a produce place. It was just a reward 2 profit. Yeah, it wasn't a P number. It was a reward.
There is a P number on there, though.
Is there a P on it?
Yeah, P1.
Oh yeah, fine. Okay, yeah, you could do a produce and get 1 profit. Anyway, you don't need the refinery or anything. The biolab is incidental.
You just get okay. So you just get one money for producing there.
Yeah, one profit. Yeah.
I think that's worth it though.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
No,
Because
you don't need to.
20 to produce, I would actually get 3 victory points.
How?
1 for the P1
Yes.
and 2 for having first production action.
Oh, okay. Yep. Sorry. Oh, there you go. Yes. Yeah.
So
You should
I think
just do
the
your
will
standard.
produce, I can get 3 more victory points.
You can.
Where's your
And
product?
this will move over.
Yeah.
Here.
A P1 plus a contract. Indeed.
I've yet to get off the mark, as per bloody normal.
And I get to draw a card.
You do.
And now I am done.
And it's Rough's turn.
Right, I'm going to not do a lot because my cards don't let me do anything, but I'm going to put down I'm just going to put down this here, and that'll be it. I'm trying to thin my deck out a bit.
You get a card to pick up a card because you only got 4 left.
Oh yes, it's 4.
Yeah.
4 less. Yes, so draw.
Okay.
Serve it.
Over to me. Right. I am going to do a move, and my team on Demos is going to nip off for 1 and then 2, and then land on North Mars. That's my move, and that's yeah, that's all I'm doing. Over to you, Chester. How many cards are left in the deck? 5, I think.
5. Oh dear.
So what does that mean when the deck...
That's
So
it.
if the deck runs out, we keep playing until if as a player you can't play a card, or you don't want to play a card, or you don't want to do an action, and you say pass. When the second out of the 3 of us does that as well, the third player has 1 more turn, and then that's the end of the game.
Really?
Or if 6 out of the 7 contracts are fulfilled, that's the end of the game as well.
Right, I am
In which case everybody gets 1 more turn, and that's it, if that happens.
going to research 2 so I can draw 2 cards.
Yeah. Yeah,
I will
offers all day.
draw 1, and I will draw 2.
Ooh.
I will be done.
My go.
Indeed.
I'm going to explore for 1.
Exploring on Demos, Phobos. What do you get?
Hold on. Right. Yeah.
Natural Wonder. Ooh.
Oh,
2T.
that sounds.
You get 2
Yeah.
profit.
Oh, good
Everybody's
grief.
really impressed.
How do we shuffle through these? So I don't
You just
fuck them
keep picking them up, I think. Yeah.
up? Oh, right,
So,
okay. that he was shuffling through them
Well,
very
the
cleverly.
purple one you can just throw away anyway because there's no purple player. It makes me look good. It makes me look as if I'm not last. So natural wonder,
So
yeah.
that goes. Oh,
Okay, so on a natural wonder, you can place an attraction base, and that gives it a P1 for
Let me
tourists.
just check. It's called a what?
Natural wonder. You can put an
Yeah,
attraction base. An attraction base.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that gives the tile a P1.
Right.
Not bad, eh?
That's what we'll do then. Next turn. Right.
You can start doing tours of Phobos, looking at the natural wonder. Isn't it wonderful?
So that goes over there. Fantastic. Get on
Okay.
there, Bob. Hold on. I think one. Oh,
You get a card. Yep.
there we go. Right,
Right.
I'm done.
Okay, I'm going to do
I reckon
explore. It's an E2 for North Mars. Going to do an explore. And an explore 2. And let's see what's in North Mars. Some more water. Didn't really need that, but okay. But you do get a T. So I'm no longer completely lost. It's base -1. That's very nice. Here we go. And I will discard my card. And I pick up a card. Over to you, Jester. Actually, I must admit that I'm actually feeling a bit seasick from moving around the table with my bad movement.
Well, we don't have to look at it, you see, because we're watching our own.
Yeah, you guys are right. It's just the audience. They're all throwing up in a bucket. I'll give you some advice. Gin and tonic does help, though. I would indulge. How are we going, Jest?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Getting a bit intense now.
So, with another produce, I could get another T, correct?
You could. You just do another produce. Yep, another T.
It doesn't matter if it's a produce 1, produce 2, produce 5, or whatever, right?
It's whatever the P number is. Yep.
Right, so I don't see why I wouldn't do that, so I will...
If you've got nothing else to do, sure. There's nothing wrong with that move.
I will produce again for another victory point. And it is... You win the game, right?
Yep.
And then I will draw the last card.
Okay, so now there's nothing to collect. They can still collect from offers, though. Still collect from offers.
Rough, what do you got for us?
because I haven't got the card to produce, because I reckon you've got them all. Let's have a look. Let's move Mr. Chappie here. One to move, one to get into there, 2, and 1 to land there. 3, which I've got on my thingy card here. 3 moves. That's right, isn't it?
Yep.
That's what I can do, though, isn't it?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's over to you. And Mike's looking at the chat. Mike's told me how I can line up my things nicely now. Look, all lined up nice.
Oh, can you do mine?
You have to set. No, you're at the top of your TTS screen. There's a degree thing. It's probably on 40.
Oh, yeah.
Or 30. Click on that till you get to 15.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
There you go.
Look at that.
See? Thank you. See, what will we do? What would we be without the guys and girls, or guys in the chat?
Well, we'd be a bit lonely.
Well, yeah, yeah. Look at that. That's much better, isn't it?
Right, whose turn?
Is it me?
Trees. Yeah, I think so.
Is it me?
I've just
Okay.
The
Right.
the Sherlock Holmes.
Okay. I'm... Ooh. I won't need to do that anymore. I've done that. So I need to do a research. Yes. So yeah, I'm going to do a research for 2, and I'm going to grab that card and that card. No builds for you. That's my turn. Chester.
Oh.
The production magnate.
Yeah, Mr. Steamerhead.
Don't think he's using Steam.
Yeah, I will produce again for
Whoa.
another victory point.
Gee, I told you he had all. That's why I can't produce. He's got all the cards.
And I haven't built very much
I
that
don't get to
actually
draw
gives me any
anything,
production.
though, so I guess I'll be done.
Oh well.
Me,
Yes, it is you.
I'm going to build. We can build on here. SpaceCorp, isn't it? And what's the other thing we can build on the Lagrange?
Research, which gets you a card from the offers.
Not much there. Right. No, we'll build a spaceport then. Oh, yeah. Spaceport. No, that's right. Okay. Get on there. And let's be done.
5, 12. Sorry, I'm just thinking about my turn here. Okay, I'm going to do a build.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Sorry, I just realised I could have moved my chat
You can.
with my spaceport. Sorry, not the whole thing.
You need a base there. So you can go base to base as long as one of them is spaceport.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I have. Oh, I see.
You're not going to base where you start.
I haven't built my base there yet, have I?
Yep.
Sorry, that's my fault. Right. Okay. Sorry. As you were.
Yep, okay. So I'm doing a build. I'm doing a build with a time card. So there's actually a build 4. I need build 6 in North Mars. However, I have an industrial in the same region, so I double my build. So my build 4 is actually a build 8. So I get to build something in North Mars, and something in North Mars, if I have water. Not very much, to be honest. Nothing that's particularly that interesting. I suppose I will build a research station.
What does that give you?
It gives me a card from the office. Yeah, I know, not very exciting, but
Card from the offers. What does that even mean? Those little cards over
yeah,
there?
one of those 2 cards that are left. So I don't think there's a lot of point in having the special, because the only place that's still to discover, I'm already there. Yeah, it's an empty site, and it's not an empty site. So I'll grab the other one.
All right, your turn is done. I'm going to play
Yes.
this card on you.
Take all
The
the
end of your
cards they
opponent's turn,
discarded.
take all the cards that they
Ooh.
discarded and add them to your hand.
Whoa, nice move.
I will take those 2 cards.
Mm.
You wanted to try to block my move, my build. Shame on you, for shame.
Indeed. I'm hanging my head, as you can see.
And shame, I bet.
It's a good tip there from Dr. Ganymede. Well, we can't use each other's infra now. That the end game has been triggered.
So if I was to move from Luna, literally doesn't do anything, right? If I leave the water, it doesn't. That's
Well, somebody else can build
right?
build a base there if you move off. But yeah,
Can I build a base there?
of course you can.
What does that give me? I don't. It's like a regular spaceport base,
Yeah, you can
or can I build something else?
You can build the.
Can I build a research, a
you can
biolab? Can I build
yeah,
a
and
biolab?
grab that last card. Yeah.
Can you build a biolab?
No, you need the little microbe symbol.
You can build industrial.
You
I
can
build a
build
biolab
industrial.
up here where this one is.
You built one there, yes.
Can I build another one?
No.
Is my question.
No.
Okay.
One per explore tile. There's only one base.
Building on the water does me nothing, so I should move off the water. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not telling you to do anything in particular, but yeah, I mean, a spaceport would be sort of useful. A research would give you a card. Beyond that, I'm not sure there's a lot.
Kind of. Why would that? I don't see the advantage in that.
Okay. So yeah, move away.
Huh?
Yeah, you need a base. You need a base to move off that. Actually, sorry. Yes, you'll need to build something.
I made that mistake.
Yeah. You do need a base.
I need a base on here to move away.
Yes. Because you need a base to sort of blast off from, if you see what I mean.
Okay. What does the base cost?
Or you could go from there, but you need to go to a base. So you would need to go to South Mars or Earth from there. So there needs to be a base at one of the ends.
All right, what does a base cost me?
With Rough, you were trying to do a team transport, and
the B2.
You needed a base at both ends to do that.
All right, so a B2, I can play B1 plus the B1 I have, and I can build a base. That is just simply a spaceport.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah, I'd say a research station would be mildly useful as well for a card, but other than that.
Oh, so I see. Okay, so all these whirl around tokens are considered bases.
Yes.
Right? Is that okay?
Yes.
See, that's where I'm confused because I was thinking like a base was just like a star port.
No.
Okay, so
all the
all
round
these
cards.
are bases.
They are all bases. Yeah.
Right. So research lab will get me
that last card.
Last card. All right, so let's build a research lab.
Okay.
Why not? That sounds like a plan. And then I can take this card. And yep, we did it. Yep, okay. And then this card can go over here. All right, I guess I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rough, it's you.
I can't do anything apart from just move around the board. So
you're going to pass.
I'm going to pass.
Okay,
yes.
Pass. Right, my turn. I am going to do. An explore on Halley's Comet. It's an E1, I believe.
Yeah.
See if we get something interesting in Desperation. What do we get? Oh. Exotic Elements, a 1T, and it's a P1.
Oh.
Now this is interesting. Interesting. Let's do a. Okay. Did you give me my 1T?
No.
Okay. Thank you. And that's my turn anyway. Let's discard that card. Jester, back to you. Here's a move. You might want to just pass, because then that means I only have one more turn. Right? I only have one more turn in the game.
And you only have one more turn, right? Yeah. You would need to get a whole bunch of victory points in this one turn.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not likely.
Yeah, I will pass. That sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
I mean, I could probably do a lot of stuff because I actually have a lot of good cards left.
Yeah, you've got all the cards.
The other thing you could do is you could go as Dr. Ganymede is suggesting is you could go for the Beyond. It depends if we're going to be playing on another session of this and going into Planeteers. It's entirely up to you guys if you want to do that. But having first Beyond is an advantage. And you're not too far away.
I would suggest if we wish to do this, we would start another game. So,
okay. So you guys are ready.
You know, we kind of all went into this. Well, me and Ruff went into it kind of blinded.
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
not a problem.
You know what I'm saying? And
sure.
Besides, I'll be so far ahead. I feel bad for you guys.
Believe me, the games I've played, whoever's whatever the profit situation at the end of the first, it becomes completely irrelevant. It really, it's almost like just a preliminary. this part. The serious bucks appear in the next ones. There's a
I'll just go
very
ahead
big
and,
difference.
and
End the turn.
just go ahead and end my turn or
Okay,
whatever.
that's fine. So what I'm going to do?
Put the pressure on you to like make a miraculous comeback here.
Hold on. I can move, can't I?
You passed.
Oh, you're done. You passed.
Oh, I don't. You pass. Yeah,
Yep.
you don't just pass for that round.
Yeah, player who passes
I
must
could've
pass
moved.
for the rest of the era. Yep,
So I didn't know that.
that's it.
I could have moved into first beyond, couldn't I?
Could you get
Could
that
have,
far?
yes. That's why
Yes.
we need to start again if we
Yeah.
decide to
Yeah.
do this, because now that we have a better
Yes.
idea of what we're doing. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, I'm going to do a build with a time card. So that's a build 2, which is over in Halley's comment. It's a P1. However, I am going to build something called I'm going to build an exploiter. Now what an exploiter does, and you only have one, everybody only has one of these, or should I think only have one of these, is when you put an exploiter down, you effectively mine out the place. So the P1 becomes a T1, and then it's
You can't build one.
Why can't I build one?
You're not in the right era.
Oh, you're right. Gosh, I can't do that.
See?
That's all right. No, good point.
You think else?
It wasn't.
trying to cheat us, man.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for pointing that out.
Adding all these little things. Oh, when you pass, that's it. That should get. See.
Well, I did tell you a couple of times, but okay. What else? Well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I will build. I will build a refinery. Go on then. Now, in and of itself, that doesn't sound like much, but that does mean that I have 3 non-Lagrange bases, which is a contract worth 2T.
Where's your third?
North Mars, Deimos.
That's not
And-
Lagrange, are they? Lagrange are these things.
Non-Lagrange.
Lagrange. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
deaf
there's-
as well.
You got 3 non-Lagrange. There's also 3 Lagrange bases.
Yeah, there's 2.
That's what that's.
So that
There's
gives me
also
another
built 4 different
2T.
regions. Which I probably could have built 4 in 4 regions if I could have gotten somewhere. No, couldn't have done that. Nope.
Yeah.
There's only one more region to
Okay,
build in.
so that's the game. And yeah, so yellow out in front. Well done, Jester.
Yeah, well done.
So there you
Hey,
go. But,
all right.
you've conquered the stars so far as this goes anyway.
Conquered the stars.
Well, planets.
Thanks for teaching it.
Well, inner planets.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. What do you think of the game?
Not bad. I mean, it's for Space Conquest. So if you enjoy these games, I think you like it. I like that kind of game. I like the coin series. So you have all these cubes and circles and everything. I don't know why Rough doesn't like this coin if he likes this game. It's basically the same thing. You're moving little pieces around and generating points.
And to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm as enthusiastic about it as you guys are.
Okay.
Just because, okay, it's my first time playing it, but and they probably hate me in the chat because they all love the game. It doesn't get my blood pumping, but that could be because I'm not au fait with it.
It's definitely a game where cubes turn into round circles, which turn into victory points, is definitely a genre that doesn't meld great with wargaming, if you get my drift. So, I mean, they make war games that do that, but a lot of people don't see them as war games, like the Coin series or this game or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you say, I know you take the mickey and say I love everything, and I do. I love everything I own, but I don't own this.
mhm.
And there's a reason I don't own it.
Yeah.
That's
The guys
true.
in the chat are kind of saying, yeah, the later era Planeteers and Starfarers, it really sort of opens out. This is fairly limited. There's only,
Right.
there's I mean, if I move the board on,
Oh wow.
that's
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Oh
Planeteers.
wow.
So you've
pretty
got,
looking game.
yeah, and then if you move it on to
Right.
Starfarers, that's the board. And you're
Oh,
into star
yeah.
systems.
So, oh,
So yeah, I mean it's a heavy euro. It's a heavy euro. Definitely not a war game.
Mhm.
Definitely not a war game. But yeah, once
sure.
you bring in these genetics and revelation cards. In the third era, you bring in these the bit that's below those cards, which is the colonies. So you build. Not only do you build discover, then build bases, but you also build colonies as well, and those have special capabilities. So it builds a hell of a lot more on. The discoveries become a lot more interesting
Yeah.
as well,
I
and
can
the cards as well. So,
Yeah, I can understand why people, it has its fans. I can completely understand that, and that's fair.
yeah,
Hmm.
Ruff
Yeah,
did
it's
not say I love it because he
definitely.
doesn't own it, so it's fine. It's fine for him to say he doesn't love it.
But that's the reason I don't like it,
Right?
because I was umming and ahhing with it and looking at playthroughs, and I'm thinking, no, that's not for me. And when you
Yeah.
said that let's play it, I jumped at the chance because I thought at least I can give it a go and give it an honest
Mm.
go and see what I think.
And
But
that's
there's a reason I haven't got it in my collection.
right.
If it was, I'd love it.
More of a traditional war gamer where you need to see uh, attack values, you need to see
Mm.
defensive values, you need to see like, even when you play Warfighter, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
You got those attack values and defensive values. In this game, a lot of Euro slash whatever you want to call this genre, cubes. I call it the cubes, and games with
yeah,
little cubes don't have usually attack values and defensive values. It's
No.
normally take two green cubes and get an orange cube, turn the orange cube into victory points.
Mm.
yeah. And also, I think I could be wrong, but it looks like once you've played it a few times, you know, right, I'm going for Mars, and I'm going to do this tactic. Right, it seems. Is that wrong or right? I know the cards change, but there's a certain way to get the most points. I know luck's in it with the exploration and all that, but you're better
Yes.
off saying go to Mars, or you're doing this. That's the sort of thing
It's.
that
I
does.
mean, there's a lot of combinations here. So particularly the contracts really change things. So you may be heading for a contract with somebody else, Nix, or yeah. I mean, the explore, as you saw, the explorations are pretty randomized. So you know roughly how interesting that it's going to be by its E number, but beyond that, it could be anything. And certainly in the
Yeah,
later ones, you can get some bad ones. Like not
obviously, if you get a water, you think, oh, that means best to build one of these
in
bases.
industrial, yeah. Yes, but
Right.
it's not necessarily. So when you get certainly in Starfarers where you get multiple multiple explorations, then you can get combinations of bases which are really useful as well. And then you factor that in what's available. So the cards, the genetics and revelation cards. There's only, I think, in the 3-player game, there's only 2 of each. So somebody misses out as well. So again, you may be stymied by other players. So you're not really on rails as much as you think you are. That you kind of are a bit in Mariners. That's true. That's true. I mean, if you want combat equivalent here, you could look at something like Stellar Horizons instead, where you can actually fight each other. and fight pirates and things like that while
Twilight
doing the.
Imperium. I think Ruff would really like Twilight Imperium.
Yeah, that's sci-fi. Stellar Horizons is the solar system though, so it's kind of very.
The one you're getting that took you an age to buy, very hard to find.
Oh, High Frontier for all. Yeah, that's a very technical game. So yeah, that's more you building. Well, I haven't played it yet. I haven't got it yet. I still haven't got it yet. It's still stuck somewhere in Belgium, I believe. But you construct your space your spacecraft. You put them together, and then you fly them to a particular point that you want to go to. Yeah, but Stellar Horizons though is kind of halfway in between the two. It's more complex than this, but yeah, I think High Frontier looks like it moves on a step again. It's very much into the physics, as far as I can tell. Certainly by looking at the board, which looks like a
scientist. That's going to be right up our street, isn't it? So
yes, it looks like an Isha drawing combined with a mathematical mathematical diagram. So.
What do you guys think? I'm quite willing to give it another go, this game, because I enjoyed playing with you guys. It's fun to play. We take the mickey out of each other and all that sort of thing. So what do you guys want to do?
I don't mind. It's my channel and I don't mind. So there you go. It's really up to you guys if you want to.
It's his channel. You can do whatever the hell
I can do this. Yes, I just don't toast anymore. So, haha. Yabby sucks to you.
If you want to invite me back, then that's fine. If you want to try a game with Heath Whale, that's fine. Or maybe even do all four of us, whatever you guys want.
That's an idea. How about all four?
It'd be bonkers. Yeah.
Okay, bonkers. It would be a little bit more.
I thought you liked bonkers.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I do like bonkers. I like random and bonkers. Even though not yet scratch the old itch, I just enjoy playing with real people. It makes such a difference being a solitaire player, actually playing with other people and interacting and like we do, taking the mickey out of each other and that. It's great fun. So yeah, I'm quite up for that. If Hethwell was to join in as well.
Yeah, that might be an idea. Yeah, we could. I'd say the guys in the chat are correct. Planeteers and Starfarer is a hell of a lot more in the game than Mariners. Mariners is almost a précis really, and not much matters from that. Where did you end up here? You ended up with what, 14 VPs, I think. 14. But I mean, you can end up in the sort of 70s at the end. So it's not. And the advantage, we don't have an advantage. Nobody went for First Beyond, but in First Beyond, it's a nice advantage, but it's not a killer. It gets you a move ahead, pretty much. But that's all. Maybe a couple of moves ahead. But yeah. Anyway.
But just reading that they're talking about things and space. I love Space Empires. I've got Space Empires and all the expansions. Also, Mike does. He's one of the.
What's the space game that Lock and Load has? It's more of a tactical. What's that one?
Oh, I don't know.
Space Infantry.
Space Infantry, right? Yeah. I mean I think that would be more up Ruff's alley. Well, I think he would really get into that one.
Mike has just invited me to try High Frontier 4.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Sorry, I'm inviting myself, by the way. Hi, running the channel.
Invite yourself.
If you're going to invite anybody, it better be bloody well me.
How many people?
Sorry.
How many people? What's the player base? The player count?
I don't know, 4 maybe? I don't know.
It's multiplayer.
I don't know. Mike offered to teach us
High Frontier.
Fields of Fire, and he still hasn't got around to that either. So,
okay. Fields of Fire.
Is he there?
I know how to play
Designing
Fields
all
of
the-
Fire badly, but I can play it. Yeah.
Yeah, he says, if you guys would like to learn my Frontier, it's my top 5 games. So
Yeah. I mean,
there
it
you
looks
go.
great. I mean, it looks great. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, it looks.
all of us. He's just put all of us here, so that'd be great.
Oh, there
yeah.
you go. 6. We can have 6. Wow. Okay. Anybody else in the chat? Sorry, I'm just inviting people now for somebody else's game. Yeah. Whatever.
Right. So don't forget about the Fields of Fire, for goodness sake, because I'll be on that like a.
Well, we're still waiting on Mike to get.
I'm sure I can. I'm
organized.
sure I can brush up.
So we can jump on that. We've had several people interested. Me, Tony, Ruff, Mo, Blue Tweezers sounds like he's interested. So we need to get like a game going, Mike. What are you waiting for?
He's saying waiting on you.
Oh no, not waiting on me. Not waiting on me. Never wait on me.
Well, not waiting for me.
I'm already 2 steps ahead of you.
I'm not sure if Mike can host it. If Mike can host it, just pick a day, Mike, a weekend or Sunday or something or whatever, and invite us. If you can run it, I'm not sure if you can run it.
I mean, I can host it. I mean, it's Fields of Fire. I kind of know the game, so I'm quite happy to sort of be the guy in the background, kind of just.
Well, we'll all be the guy in the background. We'll just be there watching and laughing and joking.
Sure, but I can control
zero.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was going to have us each take like a platoon or something. So.
Oh, that's
Okay.
dangerous.
Alrighty, I got to sign out, guys. So thanks for
Yes,
the game. I
anyway.
appreciate the invite and had a good time. So if you
Indeed.
ever need somebody to come back in as a filler, just give me a holler.
No, absolutely. Yeah, thanks very much to our special guest star, Jester,
Yeah, thanks,
for coming in and winning the game. Bastard.
Sorry. All right, guys.
But
have
anyway.
a good night, and we'll see everyone soon.
Yeah, cheerio, Jester, cheerio. And yeah, thanks, Ruff, again, as usual. And we'll sort something out. And rather than just blabber out in front of everybody. But yeah, we'll let everybody go to bed who is near to bedtime, like us.
Yeah.
And everybody have a good week. I might see everybody on Tuesday for my Elusive Victory continuing playthrough with Jordan McMullen. If you'd like to pop in there, I'd be glad to see you. But until next time, bye for now.